Hey guys, Amy here with Garden Up. Today I'm going to talk about why I want to take out my big giant burning bushes, and I'm also going to cover how to take out a large shrub when it's not really feasible to get a truck in the area. So helping me out today, since I obviously cannot tear out these giant shrubs by myself, I have a couple of assistants. April and Logan are here with me today to help pull these things out. If I have to run to the hospital for some reason, they will continue and finish it. So I love burning bushes. I think they're absolutely beautiful in the fall when they start to change color and then they turn their flaming red. It has been one of my favorite landscape shrubs. The problem is that in some parts of the country, they are becoming invasive. These are Asian shrubs. They're not native to North America. And what happens is the birds eat these seeds, which I always thought was important forage, because the birds eat them all winter long. So I always thought it was important forage for the birds. But the birds will eat the seeds, and then they'll fly out into the forest, and then they'll plant the seeds with a healthy dose of fertilizer, and then the seeds take off. And then these outcompete our natives, because there's no natural predator, so nothing eats it, nothing controls it, and the cycle repeats, because now there's more in the forest for more seeds for birds to eat and drop. In Spokane and our dry and hot climate, these shrubs do need irrigation, so it's highly unlikely that they will ever be invasive in our area. But in other parts of the country, they are a huge, huge problem. And if it's a problem in one area, I just don't want to risk it being a problem in ours, so I am no longer planting these, ever. I will not plant them for a client, and I will not plant them in my yard. And there's two reasons. The main one is because it's invasive. The second reason that I am not going to plant these anymore, and the reason that it's still relevant here, is because our migratory birds that evolved next to our native flora, they need certain nutrients in order to complete their migration and to stay healthy. These don't have the right kind of nutrients for our birds. There's actually not enough fat content in these seeds to support our birds to finish their migration. So, in other words, our birds are eating these, and then they're becoming nutritionally deficient. They're getting sick, and then they're still planting more of them, and then this is all the food that's left for them. So you can see why this is going to become a big problem. So there are a few shrubs that this is becoming a problem in some parts of the country. Some of them I'm very heartbroken about. Burning bush, butterfly bush. These are escaping and becoming major problems in forests in some parts of the country. And then there's barberry, which I'm not heartbroken about at all because I hate barberry anyway. But I'm not going to be planting those anymore either. So that's the story of why I'm actually taking these out and what spurred that decision. So now let's talk about how to remove a large shrub when it's not really feasible to get a truck or some kind of equipment in the area to just pull it out. So what my guys are doing right now is they're cutting off all the branches so that we can get to the trunk. Okay? Then we're going to still dig the trench just like we do when we pull it out with the truck, but we're going to go a little deeper. And then we're just gonna cut the roots and pop it up out of the ground. With this particular shrub, I don't think the roots come back, so I should not have problems with shoots later. With some shrubs, that can be a problem. If you're trying to do this to an Oregon grape and you cut the root, it'll totally come back, so that won't work. You're gonna have to put some kind of barrier or something on that root. Tools you're gonna need to cut things down, obviously loppers are the easiest things. You could also use a handsaw, like a pruning saw, or a chainsaw. Hey Logan, tell me about your shovels. Let's look at these things, because these are awesome shovels. Yeah, just tell me about those.
Well, I don't really know what their specific uses for, but being that it's serrated, I thought it worked well. And I had broken about, was it 6 or 7 of your wooden handled tools?
I think wooden and fiberglass. You just kept going through them, so you bought your own.
I already broke one, but so far these have lasted, so.
That's good stuff. And then the other, so that one, does the cobalt one in your right hand, that you were showing us?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, does that have a warranty on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both do.
Both of them do. And you've gone through how many of each of those?
I've gone through one of these and one of these. Just that's it.
Lifetime warranty, folks.
Save the receipt.
Yeah, save the receipt.
Especially the thinness of this one.
Uh-huh.
How you're able to go in and deep.
Yeah.
It helped out.
The serration was awesome.
Yeah.
It went right through the...
Right through them.
The trick is that tip too. I can get right on the most roots and
Oh yeah.
just
and
stomp
cut
it out.
Is this sharp right here?
Yeah, I sharpen it too when I get a chance, but it's pretty dull right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, those are some good shovels right there.
Changed my life.
Alright, so the big shrubs are out. I have a few new things to put in their place. And I want to talk about what I chose and why. So most people that plant burning bushes, they do it because they want that fall color. And I do still want that fall color over here. There's just not a lot of red in my yard, so having red is nice. So what I'm replacing mine with are 2 sumacs and an elderberry. The sumacs will give me the beautiful fall color. They're also native to our area, gorgeous, and this time of year when they're just starting to turn, it's like fire all over your yard. It's just beautiful. The elderberry is a functional plant that gives me fruit, and so I'm going to be very excited to do that and put an elderberry in. But there's lots of alternatives that you could plant instead of a burning bush. There's the cranberry variety that's native to here, that's a shrub. There's the Cottonus cogigrea, the smoke bush, also beautiful, and that'll give you color all year round. So that's really cool. And there's several others. Think about a winter flame dogwood shrub, right? That'll give you the stem color in the wintertime, as well as really pretty foliage all year, but it does turn either red or yellow, depending on the variety, in the fall. So that's another alternative as well. And then just Google it. There's tons of lists of things that you can plant instead of a burning bush. So lots of options there. I went with sumac and elderberry. So we're planting those now. These are hardwood shrubs, so I'm going to root wash them, and we're going to make sure to put them into wet holes. The other consideration I have for my yard is that under these burning bushes is where my dogs used to love to hang out. So they're very unhappy with me right now, as you can imagine. They also used to prune and limb up the burning bushes. They did that a lot. So I don't want that to happen with my new shrubs. If the dogs chew up the shrubs, then the shrubs are going to die, because these are just little tiny ones. So I'm going to put fencing around the shrubs to give them a chance to get established and get big. And then later on, when the dogs have settled down a little bit and the shrubs are more established, I'll take that fencing down. But so that's still going to be a thing that I do. And also the edge of this bed, I'm not worried about making it a pretty edge, because the dogs are just going to destroy it. This is their digging spot. I want them to, I'd rather they dig here than anywhere else in my yard, so I'm still leaving this for them. learned something, and if you liked this video, remember to hit like. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, please do that so you can follow us for more gardening videos. And on that note, everybody, we'll see you in the garden.